You're a wise man with a lot of great things to say. And I know that if people hop on your website, drfuhrman.com, they can see the information for your upcoming retreat. So if somebody wants to come out there and work with you, what's going on at the retreat?
Yeah, it's not really upcoming because it's always open.
Always open.
Yeah.
All right.
So people come every month. People leave every month, they come in every month. And some people, we're trying to teach people the information to do this on their own at home. Books, videos, podcasts, all these things that we're doing to help people. But some people feel they need the extra help to be there, to learn it, and to learn and study with me, and to get their medications weaned off, or whatever, to really work under my care. So they come out and stay with me at my retreat in San Diego, which is really, as you know, I get a lot of satisfaction, and I love getting to know people. But we also have a really good feeling that we've impacted their life that will benefit them after they leave. And ultimately, we're trying to give them the tools they need to care for themselves when they go home, not just when they're there. And then sometimes it helps us for a person to come in for a few months, to change the way they see the world, to change the way they think, to change the way they eat, to learn the recipes, to show that they're not giving up pleasure in life. You're enhancing your pleasure in life. This food tastes great. And also learning the right caloric window you should be under, because Americans are how could they say, they're habituated to eating 2,500 to 3,500 calories a day. They're over 3,000 calories a day. Primitive societies and long-lived societies and long-lived people eat probably half that many calories. So they're habituated to overeating. And a lot of people switch over to healthier diets, but they're still overeating, or they don't recognize that even a couple of servings of oil on their diet a week, or a couple of extra sodium sprinkled in the food, just prevents them from seeing the results. Their allergies don't go away. They don't drop the weight. They still have diabetes, or they're still pre-diabetic. Sometimes it's necessary for a person to go all the way to really see the miraculous results that could happen for them. And I often say, the money's in the last 5%. You know what that means?
Money's in the last
5%.
Elaborate for us.
Well, I used to be a coach, and I train athletes, and they want to get, professional opportunities or make big salaries and be great in their field. And well, you're a great athlete. Yeah, you're good, but you can't just do this 95% effort and do all the technique 95 and do your technique. It has to be, it's the real money comes if you're willing to do that last 5% of fixing the technique and putting the effort in and putting extra time in. And you have to do everything to really get to that level of performance that you're capable of. So it's the same thing here. Here's the point. You're already doing it 90-95%. You already made all the effort, and you're not getting the benefits.
Right.
Why not just do the extra 5% and let the miraculous healing occur? And also, it's the dabbling and the cheating in that doing it 90% that keeps lighting the fire under your desire to want to not give up those foods or continue to eat that way. You don't see the progress. When you're away from those foods long enough, and you're doing it 100%, you stop desiring it. It just keeps making you want that more, not less. So we find that over the years and over the decades of me doing this, because I used to, in my first book, Eat to Live, I called it the 90% rule, which means, sure, do this 100%, but if you can't, do it 90%. Or after the first 6 weeks you lost the weight, do it 90%. But so many people that doesn't work for. So many people, it just keeps, that extra 10% is what's creating their yo-yoing and their ability to stay with it long term. And as I've gotten older, I've seen that more people enhance their probability of staying with this long term when they jump in with 100% adherence and they change their identity. And my word I used is called a Nutritarian. And I'm using that term because I feel that Whole Foods plant-based doesn't represent a diet, doesn't necessarily mean you're eating a healthy diet.
Right.
There's unhealthy versions of that you can do.
Right. Right.
So the Nutritarian moniker gives me that I'm eating really healthy version of a whole food plant-based diet. And when you do that, sure, you can learn to make it taste great. We're not reducing the pleasure of eating, but then really it becomes that you're no longer tempted. You don't even desire things that the self-destructive foods people are taking in.